So now we've covered most of the basics and some advanced techniques for using WebDriver. So you should have a pretty good knowledge base now to be able to do pretty much anything you need to do to automate a web page using WebDriver. And I've included a few tips here just in case you get stuck. Remember that there's always some way to do it. Pretty much anything that you can do in a browser, you should be able to do in WebDriver. We haven't covered all of the functionality of WebDriver, but we've covered most of the basic functionalities. So with what you know and that C# documentation that I showed you in the first WebDriver module, you should be able to find out what to do it. And if you do get stuck, Firebug is definitely a helpful resource, especially trying to find a particular element or access a particular element. You can use that both to debug and to get the XPath. And also remember Selenium IDE. You can record your tests using Selenium IDE, and then you can generate the C# code and then later modify that. And that can really help you to get the flow for your tests and to write your tests much faster. In the next module, we are going to be talking about Selenium Server. And so we're going to see how we can do some remote execution of our WebDriver tests and talk about all of the features that entails. And then in the final module, we're going to get into actually building up a framework. So we'll be able to use all these skills that we've learned so far to make something that you could actually use to test a real application.